Open up heaven, open up heaven, yeah, open up heaven. That's our desire tonight. Open up heaven. Open up your mouths all over this room. Open up heaven.
Mona Russell, Ronnie Smith, of course, and Miko Sands, Kizzy Aisha Zakia, Sounds of the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder's daughter. And of course, Mika Sands. Good morning to everybody. Dolores Francis Williams, good morning to you. Listen, good morning to all of you guys. Welcome to National Access. Those of you by 93.9 Glory FM. Adrian Francis in your company. So glad to have you this morning. It is one of those days when you want to call in sick. I just felt a little tired this morning. By the way, Delton was going to do the show today. And he said to me, that was going to be a long day for bringing down. Delton, this guy come and touch you. You have to come and fix him now, man. He go and touch your whole thing, and now he's off camera.
Oh,
you checked him? Okay. We gotta deal with Mr. Penderson. Guys, listen, I want to say good morning to all of you. Those of you who are part of the National Access family, those of you who are part of Global Ministries, Operation Sovereign Bahamas, the great movement. Those of you who are part of all that's happening here in the Bahamas. Last evening, I went to the prayer vigil for all of the young men who were killed last night, who were killed last week, Thursday. Today makes 1 week. I don't know. I was talking to the police last night, and how do you go 1 week with all those CCTV cameras and all that stuff and not be able to find out who shoot up all those guys who shot up the car? I don't understand that. How do you go, Delton, how do you go 1 week with all the cameras that exist in the world on a main street, on a traffic light, and not know who shoots somebody?
that's very true.
Yeah.
And so, guys, I'm asking that question last evening to the police officers and having a very good conversation with them. And the first thing you tell police is, man, like, I'm fighting for you all. Yes, so they wouldn't fight me. And so we were having a good conversation last night. And I said to the police last evening, man, that we had a good conversation about what the streets are feeling right now, and where we are right now as far as the spirit on the streets. Those of you know and understand that I went into the ghetto in the inner city yesterday, spent some time in and through some of the streets of Wolf Road, talking to some of the guys yesterday before I went to the visual. And I want to say thank you to Candy Foam Gibson, who spearheaded the program yesterday. Teen Challenge, who also showed up as part of the partnership in that program. Operation Sovereign Bahamas did not put anything into it, and we had no skin in the game. And I want to say that if I had it to do all over again, I would have put some skin in the game. And because more times than not, you just don't want to talk, you want to be a part of, you want to be more effectual. I had no idea how the program was going to run, except I was asked to say a few words. And so I want to say that it's better to do than just to talk. And so I want to make it clear that anything moving forward, OSB, our leadership team, will be a part of it. We just can't keep losing our boys on the streets like that. We have to partnership with the police and the community to see how we can get this country back on even keel. And that was a very, very touching event last night. By the way, it got so thick out there last night with people. I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. I wanted to get out of there last night. I wanted to get out of there. While I understand the need to be in those kind of communities, there's a thickness over the air of unsettledness. And when I feel that coming over me, I normally get out of Dodge.
A lot of tension.
Yeah.
And so I got out yesterday and right away and let them know that, gave them my blessings, and I left and wanted to get back into my own world where I live in a bubble. And so I live in a bubble. Most people don't like me and not in my bubble, so I feel really safe. Did I say that loud?
Yes, very.
Yeah, they're not in my bubble, and so I really don't care. I am oh, what a time! What a time! It's such an awesome country to be in. And you may hear some chattering behind me, guys. I have some guests, and I'm going to introduce them shortly. And some guests in studio this morning. We're going to be talking about the Bahamas, where we are right now as a country, and how we can actually help. Yesterday, I had Paul Moss on with me. Paul Moss was recommending very quickly that he's recommending that we go in a different direction when it comes to flow and income. And he suggested 5% corporate tax to try to see if we can get this country back on some kind of financial footing. And I played with that with some people yesterday. 5% corporate tax on all these different companies that come into the Bahamas. Don't pay any taxes. Enjoy the wealth. Enjoy the sunshine and sea. They bring their people into the country. In private banking, in offshore banking. We have all these ships registered here in the Bahamas. They don't pay any real taxes. And for the most part, they get away scot-free by ducking and dodging in international tax regimes. And I'm very concerned that we've been giving everything out to everybody else except us. That's a major concern I have. And the Bahamian people have been suffering for many years now, prime minister after prime minister after prime minister. And you can tell prime ministers living good because all of them seem to put on a lot of weight. I don't know if you've seen Ingram lately. Have you seen, Delta, have you seen the Prime Minister Ingram lately? I don't know what COVID would have done to him because Ingram had COVID recently, but I don't know whether COVID would have taken any weight off him, but he looks very, very plump and successful. But all the prime ministers are getting fat, and look at me. Look at me. No soup for you. And that's what the Bahamian people have been hearing, no soup for you. I like Mr. Ingram. To some extent, I like Mr. Ingram. But prime minister after prime minister seem to have said that every good and perfect gift come from abroad, not from above. And everybody else seems to be enjoying the Bahamas except the Bahamian people. And so that's my 5 cents on crime. That's my 5 cents on the economy. And so I'm in an all-out fight now to get the country back. Today, guys, I'm in war mode. I'm in war mode. I'm in war mode. I'm in war mode. I'm in fight mode right now. So if you're not on my team, you're the enemy. So I'm in war mode. So I'm in a different kind of feeling, kind of situation today. Let me say good morning to C. Allen Johnson. Listen, C. Allen, where are you when I need you? C. Allen Johnson, Graham Rutherford. Graham made the commitment yesterday. He's running independent in St. Anne's. Graham is the only person I know who can ask you to vote for him and talk you out of voting for him at the same time. So, Graham Rutherford, if you're watching this morning, you can call me after the 10 o'clock hour after our interview with our people here. And then you can we can talk about your nomination. Uh, what a time! What a country, guys! I have in studio with me. I want to let them introduce themselves, but I have two beautiful persons in studio. Young Bahamians, and I don't know if this gentleman is a Bahamian. Our conversation says Bahamas, but people spend themselves in other people's country and then come home.
No, he didn't.
John Bonamy. Listen, John Bonamy. There's a John Bonamy sighting. Thank you very much, Lakota. Team Adrian. That's what she says. Team Adrian. If you're not on Team Adrian, we're dunking your head off. Guys, I'm access granted. Listen. Mr. Benson, how are you, sir? Good morning to you.
I'm beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I'm beautiful. My name is Wesley Finlayson.
This is Wesley Finlayson, guys. He's from the Finlayson clan. Everybody who know Finlayson, you know they're rich.
Not all of us.
No?
Some of us just trying to get it.
I'm just trying to get it.
Yep.
Wesley Finlayson and I met by telephone, and he is family to all the great Finlaysons that you know here in the Bahamas, but he stands on his own 2 feet. I'm going to allow him to introduce his top agent in a second before we get into all that selling thing, because if you're selling on radio, that means you bring money. Anybody who sells on radio brings money, right?
Supposed to.
So, listen, first of all, welcome to National Access.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, man. I am. It's really a pleasure talking to you. It's good to talk to the people with great minds.
Thank you very much.
And it's really a pleasure. First of all, introduce your.
Thank you. My name is Wesley Finlayson, founder and COO of a company called Direct Savings Bahamas. It's a members-only virtual discount marketplace. I have in the studio with me. I have my lovely personal assistant, Miss Anastasia Major. She's also the senior brand ambassador.
Senior brand ambassador. There's some big titles. Mm-hmm. Senior brand ambassador.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning. Yes, it's Anastasia Major, the Senior Brand Ambassador for Direct Savings Bahamas. And we are excited here to talk to you this morning.
Senior Brand Ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is? It is.
That's money. That's what that is. That's money.
She is the workhorse behind Direct Savings.
Yeah, but when people talk about senior anything and then brand anything and then the last ambassador, he got recalled. Listen, I want to say good morning to my brother Cornell and his wife Yvette. They've done something that was almost impossible for most other people to do. They stayed married. Today is their anniversary.
Oh,
happy anniversary!
Listen, happy anniversary, Cornell and Yvette. Delta, how long did you do it? 5. Listen, they say the key to marriage is saying I do. The only thing that causes divorce is when you stop doing.
I thought the key to marriage was saying yes, honey.
No. Yes, honey, you're right.
Yes, honey, you're right. Yes.
That's the key to marriage. Yes, honey, you're right. And then the last thing is, I'm sorry.
Yes. But it's very true, though,
Yes, honey, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Harry Carey said that in Chicago. Every time he talked about Duchess, Harry Carey from the Chicago Cubs, he said every time him and Duchess got into an argument, he said, yes, honey, you're right. I'm sorry. And so Duchess always forgave him. They say the key to marriage is being the first one to say sorry. 15 years of marriage is my brother. Spent 15 years. Boy,
Wow.
Spent 15 years
That's
with a
amazing,
woman.
though.
15 years with one person, one crochet. That's talent right there, boy.
There's a lot of.
Speaking to the microphone. Come a little closer. You two relax.
When I hear about people that have been married that long, I always ask them, "What's the key? What's the key to success?" And my uncle and my aunt, who just passed away, Lady Rowena, they were married for 57 years.
Oh, wow.
57 years.
Rowena Tiger Finlayson, wife.
Yeah. And I asked him. I asked my uncle. I said, "What's the key to success for your marriage for so long?" He said, "Boy, happy wife, happy life. Make sure she's straight. Know when to say you're sorry, and know when to say yes, honey. You're right." And I think that's very, very important. Very, very important. You have to have a balance. You have to have a balance in marriage. See, myself, I'm not married. But, yeah.
We can't listen to you. Then. No more advice. No more advice. Thanks for coming. I'm always amazed at the axioms when it comes to marriage. There are plenty of axioms, and one of the adages is marriage is like a swimming pool. You really don't care who come into it as long as you can swim.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take in a bunch of chlorine. you start to goggle. Every time you look at something, you start goggling. You can tell you can't make it in some of these things. Thanks for coming. Listen, the greatest institution God has ever made
Yeah.
is marriage. That's the greatest institution of God. The only reason why marriage don't work on earth is because it wasn't tied to heaven. And it's very, very simple. It's not deep. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And so if you tie whatever you do on earth to heaven, there's always a normal flow. God don't assign where you're not aligned. And so for the most part, when you get an understanding of how heaven operates marriage, that's why Christ came as a groom, so that the people on earth could be a bride. And if the bride is not attached to the groom, it's called divorce. And so that's just my 5 cents. I'm not very deep. I could drown in a glass of water. Okay, so guys, listen, you lived in Chicago for what?
I was born in Chicago.
Born in Chicago. So you ain't a real Bahamian. You
As a-
the paper Bahamian?
Yeah, it's a paper Bahamian. You can't say that. You can't say that I'm not a Bahamian.
Is it? Are you a paper Bahamian too, Miss Baker?
Yes, I am.
Paper,
I was born here. I have my birth certificate. I have my passport. All
your
of my
neighbor
Bahamian
finger
documents.
buried here in Nassau?
Sorry?
In Nassau?
Yes, sir.
So you're good. So you could put
Yes.
most of the talk. This is an American
I'm
boy.
true Bahamian.
This is an American boy we're here. American boy. Listen, you born in Chicago.
Yeah.
So your father's Bahamian.
My father's Clyde Finlayson. He just passed away. Yes, sir. Yeah, Clyde
Yesterday?
Wesley Finlayson. No.
Oh, I know.
Almost 4
It's
years
been a
ago.
while.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know Big Tiger. Yeah, my father was my father was a legacy here, man. Daddy moved met my mother in Chicago, and while he was doing an architecture, my father was one of the first top chief architects here in the Bahamas. He met my mother while he was doing an architectural contract at Northwestern University in Evanston, and my mom came down to the Bahamas, and they got together, and there it goes from there. And I was born in '71.
You didn't even make independence.
You know.
You barely made it before independence.
Mhm.
So we could adopt you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
But you're part of the Finlayson clan. Always tremendous business people.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I spent some time with Spence yesterday.
Yeah, I just talked to him a couple minutes ago. He's here actually going on there. I talked to him.
Yeah. I spent some time with Spence yesterday. Spence, I told Spence you're wrong. You should never go in there at 9 o'clock. Never go in there at night. Yeah, never go in there at night. Nobody listens. Spence is my boy, man. Spence and I go.
He's a great guy.
We do a lot of We did a lot of motivational seminars back together. We've been on many platforms together as motivational speakers, and he's a very good guy.
Thank you.
So listen, you're back in the Bahamas, and you're taking a look at the landscape here in the country. Is the Bahamas the Bahamas today? Is it what you expected? And is this the Bahamas? You graduated foot school here in the Bahamas.
I graduated from Nassau Christian Academy
Oh, you
in
went
the
to
year
NCA?
2006. Yes, sir.
And your parents and you didn't see they expect you to find Jesus. You went to NCA.
Did you?
I went to NTA.
Yeah, did you?
Did you find Jesus?
Yes, I found Jesus.
they expect you to find
That's
And
why
then-
she's with me. That's right.
because I went to NCA
Yeah.
too.
Oh, really?
I had me some NCA in me. And
Yeah.
I became very familiar with the cemetery across the street. I just kept walking across the cemetery. Old Trail Cemetery.
Yeah.
But yeah, you is this the Bahamas you anticipated growing up?
No, not at all. I mean, it has bits and pieces of it that I really love because I love my country. I love being here. I love the landscape. I love the beaches. I love the people. But there are just some things that I know could use a little bit of work that could better for us as the adults and for our generations that come after us.
Wow.
You know, and that's what we're working towards, to even though we expected the higher ups to do it for us, because they're not doing it, we are coming together as a community to do it ourselves so that we can help our children for the future.
That's such an awesome answer. I told a group of people the other day, I read something in the Bible that kind of always impressed me. David never lost a battle. In his entire time on earth, David never lost a battle. Solomon never fought a battle.
That's interesting.
David never lost one. Solomon never fought one. David ensured that he would leave no problem for Solomon.
And that is what we need.
Solomon
Yeah.
didn't have to fight. He inherited wisdom. David never lost a battle. Any problem you don't solve in your generation will be left for another generation to fix.
Yes.
Right,
That's very
exactly.
true.
And so
right,
we're fixing problems in our generation that our forefathers didn't fix.
Yeah.
An illegal immigration problem, a transportation problem, an economic problem, a natural resources problem. We are struggling to see our challenges because we have to now deal with the challenges of history.
Yeah.
And it's very, very sad. You put it very well.
Thank you.
my dear. You put it very well. The Bahamas that you're looking at, sir, what do you say?
The Bahamas I'm looking at, I have been looking at for a long time. Is not the Bahamas that, there's a lot of things going on in our those small islands. We have a lot of corruption. Let's be real. We have a lot of lackadaisical. We have a lot of issues with grief therapy. Now, when I say grief therapy, we have a lot of issues with people that are going through issues, but really have no outlet or any way to actually express themselves without being judged upon. Okay, and that holds our generations back. We don't take responsibility for a lot of the issues that we create in our community, in our environment, in our country. When I say that, we don't realize that if me, being a 49-year-old man, if I don't pass on to my son or my daughter the proper communication, the proper way to do things, and the proper way to envision and be affirmative in what you believe, then you're right. It's like David and Solomon. It's not passed on properly, and then that leaves a generation gap. It's very, very important. There's a saying, and I firmly believe you can't keep it unless you give it away.
My God.
You can't keep it unless you give it away. That means the knowledge the wisdom, the experience, and knowledge that you've learned in your years of life. If you don't pass that on, then it's a responsibility and an obligation to the next generation. One of the things that I love about the Bahamas. Now, let me say something. Yes, I've lived abroad. I've lived in the Bahamas for almost 20 years now, going on almost 20 years. But, as my youth, I used to travel back and forth. I've seen, other parts of the world, okay? I've seen the Bahamas. I love this island. I love these islands. I love the Bahamas. It is a beautiful place. We have so much opportunity. We have so much, it's like a jewel, a gem. But what we do is we leave it to other people to take advantage of it. We don't grasp the reins. I said this a lackadaisical. We don't grasp the reins. We don't take control of our country like we should. We leave it in other people's hands. And then when other people get to it, they're like, well, why are these people doing this? No, man. We need to take control reins. I don't understand why, and I'm going to be very serious with this. I don't understand why Sol Kirshner had Atlantis, started Atlantis, and at the present moment in time, we had money in our banks to be able to build our own Atlantis. We just waited for them. Now, granted, we could say that, well, some Bahamians may have a problem managing funds. Okay, so let's bring in someone that can help us with that situation. That's what's real is real. But other than that, every country has its issues. But we have a beautiful, beautiful country, and there's so many different things. There's so much beauty in our country, and I don't like to sit back and think about the negative too much. I like to make positive. I like to make a positive, and that's one of the things that Direct Savings is here to do too. And we'll talk about that when
Yes.
you're ready.
Guys, there's just so much of them. I don't believe the government should be in business. That's the first thing. The government they don't even handle legislative rights. I don't want them in business. They fail in business. They can't even. The government can't even get a building right. They can't stop the building from getting mold. And so I can't. I don't
That's
want the
powerful.
government. I don't want the government in any kind of business. If we can't find out where the VAT money going, how the hell we can put them in the hotel industry? we don't want the government in business. We want them to consider one or two ideas on how we could get out of
What
economic
about the
slump.
people? What
Like
about
what?
the people
The
in
job-
general as a whole?
You know, I run an organization called Operation Sovereign Bahamas.
Okay.
And sovereignty, for me, is the watchword that I believe should govern every nation, every human being. No one should touch a woman's body or touch someone's body unless they get permission. No one should come in another person's country unless they get permission. Saul Kersner got permission to do Atlantis as a FDI, a foreign direct investor. The Bahamas have to now build itself on something called OII. Own your identity, own your islands, own your industries, own your investments. They are the four pillars of Operation Sovereign Bahamas. National ownership. Own your identity, that's the first thing. Own your islands, secondly. Own your investments, and then own your industries. You cannot own anything unless you first own yourself, unless you first know who you are.
Yeah.
The great challenge that we have in our country is we don't know who we are. Whenever you don't know who you are, somebody make who you're not. And so we've been made who we're not because we're impressed by everybody else. And so what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to get people to, we've been trying tonight, for example, every Thursday night we do a constitution class.
Okay.
And so people can know and understand what their rights are, who they are. You can't be the number one country in the entire world. You have to come through the Bahamas to get to anywhere else in the Western world. You have to come through our waters to get to anywhere else.
Right.
And the Bahamas is just a beautiful paradise. The question is, the people don't know who they are. And so people come, nothing travels as strong as culture. Culture travels. And so we adjust to everybody else's culture because our culture is very wavering. And so Operation Sovereign Bahamas, our group, is designed basically to reestablish the spirit of culture in our nation.
That's important.
And
Very
so,
important.
so you FDI, nobody lives on an island and nobody lives in isolation. Nevertheless, though, we would need the investment from everybody else, but we have to do tourism. We have to do investment on our own terms.
Yeah.
We can no longer
Yes,
allow
I
people
agree
to
with
come
you.
here
Right.
and just dictate the terms to us. If I'm leader of the Bahamas for 3 months, everything changes. In less than 3 months, the whole country will go in a different direction. I have no dope smoking problem. I have no drug problem. I have no illegal immigration problem. Give me 3 months. And I'm very serious with this. Give me 3 months. I have no,
That's a big task, Mr. Francis.
very easy, man. I put a big garbage bin on Rawson Square.
And throw everything out.
I put a big garbage bin on Rawson Square.
And throw everything.
And every single thing that does not benefit the Bahamian people, every
Yeah.
contract, I'm burning it. I'm burning any alliance that does not benefit my sovereignty. Anything that does not take me towards the vision that I have, I'm burning it. It's very simple. It's not deep. Why? Because my preamble says to me, very simply, that the people will not be frustrated. In Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, the mission statement of their country is very simple: to make our people happy.
Right.
That's when I was in
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, and they have a big sign in the airport when you go into the airport. It says Dada means drugs. Dada means death. I didn't know what Dada was, and they said Dada is drugs. If you caught the drug going through,
Yeah.
it puts you to death.
You don't see no drugs going.
They don't have the problem. They don't have the problem with
Right.
drug going through.
Well, you know what? And let me just bounce on that. Let me say something to that. See, that to me, I agree with that. Let me show you something. If if these guys that do a bunch of nonsense, okay, and they realize that the penalties are stiff, then they're going to think 9 out of 10 times, boy, I ain't doing that. You know what? Because I can get stoned to death. Or I can get cat nine tail. I could get jail for life, or I could do this. Something that's going to happen when you have stiff penalties. Okay, when you have stiff penalties and stiff consequences, people think way more. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, than they do now. Some we be joking. We joke with a lot of things. You know.
Yeah, your opinion. I'll tell you this, Ms. Pendleton. I'm not a huge fan of penalties. When you have a great vision, people think less of doing wrong. Whenever you have a great vision, people focus on the vision more than the wrong.
Yeah.
The problem is when the vision is not clear, anything that's clearly defined is easy to follow. People get distracted because nothing's clearly defined. Distraction is designed to destroy destiny. Our people are distracted because no one is giving them a picture of destiny. No one's giving them a bird's eye view where the Bahamas can go,
Right.
where the Bahamas can be.
Oh yeah.
So they can do whatever they want to do. But whenever you're locked in, whenever you're focused, whenever you're tunnel vision, you have an idea that that can't affect me, this won't affect me, I'm not going to be distracted by that. The only thing that actually gets you to destiny that fights distraction is discipline. You have an undisciplined society. And so because the society is undisciplined, lacks discipline, people do what they want to do. I read the Bible. The book of Judges says, in the day when the judges rule, that's penalties. In the day when the judges rule, the people do what is right in their own eyes. People do what is right in their own eyes. Whenever you have plenty police officers, that's because the people are doing what's right in their own eyes. No one stops the traffic light in the Bahamas anymore. How could I park my car and you carry my bumper? How could you steal my bicycle or my yard without my permission? You're violating my personal sovereignty. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us.
You know what I love to see, and this goes along with, I don't know if you remember Miss Anastasia the other day when we were in the grocery store, and I saw there was some elderly women going outside the grocery store, and I stopped to open the door for and hold it for them. And you have all the young packing boys. Now, they were so focused on making the money
Right.
that they did not even stop to think about holding the door for the ladies, for the elder ladies. I mean, they're too busy trying to take the groceries out. They open up the door and the door almost slammed inside the
Wow,
woman's
wow,
face.
wow.
And I thought, and I said, wow, we really have to change the mindset.
Yeah.
The mindset of our younger generation, which is the lack of respect. You know, the lack of disrespect. The generation that I come from, that we come from, okay, and I'm going to speak for myself personally. I could have been I could have had a handful of groceries. I would have had 1 foot on the door, holding the door, and 1 foot on the groceries because mama's trying to come through or daddy trying to come through. You see what I'm saying? I can't understand it. That's just me. That's just the way I was raised up.
Yeah.
Okay. And we tend that goes back to what we were talking about, passing things down. I think that's extremely important. But Mr. Francis, if I could say one thing, one of the reasons why I came up with direct savings is because I noticed I came up with direct savings during the pandemic. Now,
Before you go to direct, I want to use your analogy.
yeah, please.
I want to use your analogy with the food store. Because the government is so busy trying to get to the money, they forget to keep the door open for the people.
Yeah. That is very true.
They're so busy trying to get to the money,
Yeah.
they forget to have courtesy
Good, excellent word.
They
to
forget about
allow the
everyone
people.
else.
They forget
That's
everybody
so
else. And so while the groceries are on the ground, and
Yeah.
they forget to do the courtesy thing. And I just want to steal that for a couple of days because I really, really believe that that's part of our problem.
Yeah.
It is.
The love of money becomes the root of all evil, man. And that's the problem we're having in our country. We are so pursuit of money that we forget people.
Right.
And I don't care whether you give them direct savings. I don't care whether you give them anything when it comes to change and coins. People without love for people will always allow money to destroy them.
Very true.
And you have to have more care for people than you even care for their sustenance.
Right.
Yeah.
You could get so overwhelmed trying to feed people that you don't even hear people. One of the things you said earlier, you talked about people not having an avenue to process some of the hurt and the things they've gone through. It's just true, man. I mean, Jesus, every year
Yeah.
you have triple digit murders or double digits in murder, and all those people who are attached to the murders are driving on the streets every day. The mothers and the uncles and the aunts and the cousins and the brothers and sisters, they're on the streets every day. And can you imagine? They're still grieving and have no room for a grief counselor.
Right.
And so they're carrying that grief
They
and
carry that with them
yeah,
everywhere.
They carry that
everywhere they
pain
go.
with them.
Yeah, they driving around with all that grief and they
Yeah.
running you up the road and you say something and they use an F bomb and F doesn't mean
Yeah.
face.
And the conversation you guys are having, it just shows the cycle of where those people who are doing the shooting and doing all the wrong, they're trying to survive themselves.
That's right.
So they find an avenue that works for them, but it's hurting to other people. And so that money that they're chasing, it's so that they can feed their family because their eyes are only on their family.
That's right.
And so it's like the country is making these criminals, but punishing them when they get caught.
That's right.
But not creating an avenue as
Exactly,
to where,
and not creating
right, and not putting the funds and
Yeah,
creating an avenue as
exactly.
to where people actually the actual person that's going through the
Exactly.
issues in the communities are not being able to process grief, emotions, feelings. And which creates the anarchy, which creates the animosity. If you run into, for example, the mother that has lost her child last year in regards to shooting or she may have just lost her child, period.
Yeah.
She has no avenue, no social avenue to be able to discuss her emotions, consult, have counseling, right? And because there's no funds in the government for that.
Yeah.
But there's funds in the government for sidewalks in Bangtown. Are you serious? Really? Honestly?
Roadworks, really?
Okay, yeah. And
She can walk. She can walk in safety to anyhow.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
But she has no way of actually being able to deal with the issues that she's going on, and then someone comes up and they say something to her. Now that's a formula for destruction.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a formula for destruction. And then now she has a case because she got upset at someone in the grocery store. The little boy done stepped on her foot, and she
just
rounded and she done
exploded
beat him.
because she had no way of letting that out. And so you find
For
that
the
the
country.
community is now dependent on itself because there are people that form these grief groups among themselves because they have no other person helping them, when in actuality it should be the country help. Like if like how you're saying that someone got shot and the government is investigating, they should have a grief council to go to those who would have been hurt or wrongfully arrested. Like there should be some kind of outlet that the government provides for these people, knowing that some way, somehow they kind of have a hand in creating the situation themselves.
I tell you, corruption
Yeah.
is a yesterday I was sharing how you'll never find anywhere where poverty causes corruption. Corruption causes poverty.
Yeah.
And poverty then produces social ills and
Yeah.
the things that we have. We live by these things, and so here, after you go through all these different situations, then you have to come up with different programs to try to see if you can help people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
the direct savings program that
Right.
you guys are doing, guys. I want to introduce a program being done by Mr. Fenderson, Wesley. Those are doing a program called Direct Savings, and you all know how it is on radio when people start talking about making money.
Mhm.
The radio station got to make money. And so Bestie and I talked about doing some different things together, whether it's through radio or some of the other programs, to ensure that persons are able to actually save some funds and do some different things. And so I invited him to share a thought for a few moments on direct savings. And I wanted to talk about the Bahamas initially because find a way to use a real Bahamian, because paper Bahamians I throw at the studio.
Born Bahamian.
No, but on a very serious note, you created a program called Direct Savings.
Yes, sir.
What is direct savings?
Direct savings was actually we created during the pandemic, so that Bahamian vendors and Bahamian members and Bahamians could actually save money. Okay, thank you. Direct savings is a members only an app that gives you the ability, Bahamians ability to be able to save up to 80% on products, goods, services, shopping, dining, everyday services. I've got everything. I've got about 105 vendors on the app and counting that Bahamians can save money on a daily basis. Everything from food store. I got, if you mind if I say some names.
No, you can't say some names unless
Okay,
they advertise
all right.
to me.
But,
But I mean,
yeah.
we can once we
They
establish a relationship, we'll be able to do that.
Okay, but
Because most of these food stores I don't know if they like
that's
me.
that's a very good point. Imagine a Bahamian being able to go to a particular food store and save 5% every time they shop. Super Value doesn't even do that. No one does that. No one does that. Okay, but direct savings. Imagine being able to go to a gas station and be able to save 10 cents on every gallon that you spend. Not a rewards program. Instantaneously. If I spend 20, if I fill up my tank and it's a 20-gallon tank, I just saved $2. Now you say, what's $2? $2 times 52 is $104 for the year. Okay, $5 a week times 52 is $260. So that's 260, 104. That's $364 I saved for the year. That's only two vendors. Everyone shops. Everyone shops. That they buy birthday presents. Everyone needs pharmaceutical medications, right? Okay, we've got pharmacies on the app. Okay, we've got car companies on the app. We've got several different companies on the app, and I focus on things that you spend money on an everyday basis. Okay, if you use Direct Savings Bahamas properly, you will save anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 plus a year. It depends on how much on what your budget is. You know what I mean? But that money that you save, if I save myself, let's say I just save myself $1,000 a year, okay? If I've used Direct Savings for that's $5,000. What are you going to do with that money? That's the question. You know, those of us that have kids, if right now during this present moment in time where things are rougher than it's ever been before, okay, when COVID came, the pandemic came, the world was just literally at a standstill, no money. So if at any point in moment in time when people are out of jobs, when they need to save money, yes, direct savings will make money, but Bahamians tend to save the money. Okay, the vendors that are on the app tend to be able to make money, which are Bahamian. Vendors make money because now we're driving traffic into the business that they didn't have before through direct savings.
Guys, you listen to National Access here. Adrian Francis in your company. For the next few moments, we're going to be talking about this program, Direct Savings, and how Bahamians can actually do the thing in terms of being able to save the 10 cents to 15 cents, maybe even the dollar on their purchases, and being able to drive them to various businesses for them to actually benefit from their purchases here in the country. Of course, you know, the government of the Bahamas needs in excess of $2 billion to run the economy over the next few months. And the budget is in June. The new fiscal year starts in July. And we need to find money more than likely. There's going to be some tax structure introduced over the next few weeks. You could adjust your sales. It may be another couple % out of the value-added tax. It may be, after all is said and done, there's a downsizing of the civil service. You know, when I bring these kind of news, I'm often condemned for fear mongering until it happens and people call me, "Oh, Adrian, you're so smart." No, I'm not smart. I just look at it in reality. It takes just under $1 billion a year in salaries to run our economy. Our emoluments is just under $1 billion. And when you start to look at what the reality of the numbers are, then you would know and understand where all this money is borrowed, where they go.
Yeah.
Don't pass, insurance, and you don't pass. I see you grab your heart just now.
Uh,
No, I just, I only kid. But for the most part, we don't have no insurance in here, right?
no.
You don't pass, so don't trip down, don't hit your head. But so very quickly, how does a person get become a part of Direct Savings? And I mean, they can call my office, but how did they become a part of Direct Savings?
Very simple. You could go on the Google Play Store. You can go on the Apple Store, which is the iOS store. You can download the app. It's called Direct Savings. Okay, it's a truly Bahamian app. Okay, you can create an account, install it on your phone, download the app, create an account. I have, and the beauty of it too is one of the things I have right now, I have a 30-day free trial. Yes, I said 30-day free trial for all Bahamians to get in on the app and download it for free, okay, and use the savings for 30 days on us. We want all Bahamians to be able to see how beneficial it is to use this app called Direct Savings. Okay, and get in, download it for 30 days free, enjoy the savings, and see what it can do for you. Okay, if there's any information, you can go on. If you need any information, you can go on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Our website is currently under construction right now because we're doing some different things. You can call the office at 823-2688. That's my personal cell phone, 823-2688. Or you can call 322-2006, 7 or 8. Any questions? But please download the app. And one of the statement, the slogans that we have, my beautiful Bahamians, is that membership has its privileges.
That's stolen, by the way.
No, it's very true. Direct Savings membership has its privileges. Okay.
Okay.
They ain't
Because
copyright
I think I heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, you heard that
But it
before.
does.
But Direct Savings membership has its privileges.
I am so old. I think I've heard a little everything, and I just think we've heard it before
Yeah.
somewhere. And I like the idea,
Thank you.
and I do believe that it has some merit for our country. You and I will talk a little bit more about it.
Thank
Talk
you.
a little bit more about how you can actually we can open our show with it in terms of and the promotion of it.
Thank
We're
you.
going to talk to Denise Williams, and she will tell you how we can actually work out our plan,
Please.
so that every day we'll talk about Direct Savings, and we can advertise and begin to promote it through the various mechanisms that we have, the media that we have here, the various media.
I want to ask you one question, Mr. Franson.
I don't know if I can answer it. They
Yeah,
say
you can answer
the
it,
biggest
Joseph.
the biggest problem in our country is the answer is taken order from the question.
When it comes to saving, how do you see savings? What do you think about savings? The first thing that comes to mind when you think about savings. If you could save a penny or two or three or four or five.
I think savings have one mechanism. It's called future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The only thing that's tied to
That's
savings is future. And what is lacking cannot be counted. I'm a little old school. And so
I love it. It's good.
as for the Bible says, what is lacking cannot be counted. Savings is tied to the future. The challenge that I was having an argument with a really good friend of mine the other day, and she said to me that Bahamians need to live healthy. They need to eat healthy. And we had some flour. And please, don't you rile me up when you hear this story on the radio, because I know she can make noise about this. But the bottom line is she talked about rye flour and the flour, organic rye flour. And she said, Bahamians should need that. And she began to explain to me why. So I said, let me ask you a question. If somebody comes into our building and they're hungry, do you think they're concerned about rye flour, regular flour, organic flour, or they want something that they're going to eat?
That is very true.
And so when you ask the question about, you ask the question about savings. If I
I
want
eat any flour,
I won't.
if I'm hungry, it might not even have to be cooked. Okay.
Just put in.
The bottom line is, we're in a situation right now in our country where it demands and requires all hands on deck. And anybody, if you're in real estate, it's not a seller's market, it's a buyer's market.
Yeah.
Whatever you're in right now, it's a buyer's market. And because we're in a situation where frugality is necessary in every which way, shape, or
Every
form.
which way, shape, or form.
And so we're just there right now. That's where we are.
You wouldn't be able to tell though if you look. You know, I laugh sometimes. I laugh. I do kind of get a good chuckle when people say, "Man, ain't no money in the Bahamas." You drive down and you see Wendy's, KFC. You see all these different restaurants. These five lines out the door,
Discipline.
and they spend money with these companies. All right, and that same $10 that you spend on a combo, that could have been spent at the grocery store. Okay. And now, mind you, they sit in the drive-through for a good 30, 45 minutes.
One time,
Yeah.
Okay. Wasting gas. Now that's the gas. And then that's the money. And when they could have went
It's
to
a very,
the
very
to the
good
grocery
point.
store and they could
Very
have
good.
taken that $10. Well, let's put the $5 with it, the $15 that they wasted on gas. And they could have fed their family for a couple of days instead of just one meal.
You need to meet Denise Williams. She's my assistant, and she'll tell you straight up, I've never seen 25 cents go far until I met Denise.
Wow.
25 cents.
Yeah, I
can
need to
actually-
meet her.
Wow, yeah.
25 cents. 25 cents can actually take on the spirit of a mile. And she understands that very well.
Yeah.
I am I'm probably getting older because even my thought patterns are changing. I don't know what happens when you reach a certain age.
I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you look 1,000, but I mean
That's the
You try
salt
to
and
throw
pepper that I
shade.
get from my daddy. But blame it on CW.
But listen, we are you can go online, you can download the app,
Please.
you can fill out an application, and then you can become a part of
Yes.
Direct Savings.
When you go into the on the app on the Play Store, you create an account. We will then vet it for you as soon as possible. Okay. To prove, you need to put in a picture of yourself for verification reasons, for security, and go into the monthly membership, and you will see a yellow dollar sign go into the monthly membership, and you'll see the Direct Savings 242 is a free promo code. Enjoy the app for 30 days free. If you decide to stay on with us, please. It's only $9.99. Sorry if you don't mind me saying. It's only $9.99 a month for a membership, and
$9.99 a month.
$9.99 a
Times
month.
12 months is $120.
That's $120. Or you can just become a member outright and save yourself $11 and get it for a whole year worth of discounts for $109. Okay,
You
that's not bad at all.
you really is something else. You really grew up in Chicago.
Yeah, I used to watch Harry Carey. It was take me out to the ball game.
Listen, guys, I want to thank Wesley and Wesley Finlayson and also Anastasia. Major,
Yes, sir.
what did you major in?
Everything.
Just throwing shade.
No, we want to thank you.
Yes.
We want to thank you.
Thank you, guys.
A great
Appreciate you.
opportunity.
And I like your show.
You do?
I'm not just saying that because I'm on here.
Yeah, because the truth is, right?
Yeah,
Keep it
real.
Most of the people who come here don't want to come back.
Whatever.
They're normally politicians.
Yeah.
Once the politician said, that's the way you're in. Oh, that's the way it's one side and that's it there.
Mm-hmm.
And
They just scared of the truth.
Yeah.
I love the truth. I embrace the truth.
I
I
just
I'm
like
ready to
it.
come back.
I just ask
Transparency is
questions.
important.
So here's what we do. She's ready to come back and you're not.
What you mean? She can't go. That's my sister. She gotta be.
I can't go without
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 2 peas in a pod.
The piece in the pot.
Yeah.
Listen, man, thank you guys so much. We're we want to leave it
Appreciate
open
you.
once we sign of an understanding. Radio stations have to make money.
Mhm.
So once we have our understanding, then we'll have you guys back. We can do probably every bi-week and
Be great.
just
That
talk
would,
about
that would be great.
have you guys as a mainstay. That's how you make money by sending out messages, and that's
Yes,
what we
sir.
do here.
And networking is very important. too.
Networking.
Yeah.
Networking
Oh, you know what I
is
found
extremely-
out?
Yes.
Your network is your net worth.
Aha.
Aha. I like that.
Can I steal that one from you?
I would know. Guys, let's take a break. Let's take a 10 o'clock break, and after the break, we get back into our political zone. Let's get off this kumbaya stuff.
Thank you.
Chrissy Brown,
Thank
let's see with Abaco on the way back. Y'all, please like and share the show if you're online, and if you're not, why not? I don't know where you are. Anyhow, guys, let's take a break, and after the break, more from National Access right here on 93.9 Glory FM.
Glory 93.9 FM. We're chasing after God's glory.
Ocean blue is the best in seafood. Fresh out the water and affordable too. We got fish, conch, lobster, shrimp, everything you want. Ocean blue got it. Ocean blue, friendly and clean, best service you ever seen. Ocean blue is the best in seafood. Fresh out the water and affordable too. Ocean blue seafood, we are here for you. Ocean blue seafood, no one else will do. Ocean Blue Seafood, located on Burnett Road. Contact us at 393-216.
Best dress, hats off, looking like I walked out of catalog. Everybody wanna know where I got it from. Catwalk, 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 boutique, where we make fashion statements. Catwalk, boutique, where we make fashion statements.
For the latest styles in women's clothing and accessories, visit Catwalk Boutique on Robinson Road East at the Helron Plaza. At Catwalk Boutique, we make fashion statements.
Located on Carmichael Road, Divine Designs Hair Boutique is a haven for women and men looking for professional beauty services. Our state-of-the-art and contemporary equipment creates a relaxing ambiance for you to enjoy while we cater to you. Need a hairstylist? We cater to all types and textures of hair for care and styling. We even have a barber on duty. Need a nail tech? Our technicians provide a range of nail services, including the latest trends. Unwind in one of our massage chairs while you get your pedicure. With our reasonable rates, friendly staff, and over 20 years of experience, you will be in great hands. Call us at 823-1669 or 698-1025 to schedule your appointment. Want to be pampered? Want to be slayed? Let Divine Designs make your day.
Photography at its best. Professional and quality service. Warren Grant Photography specializing in weddings, portraits, sunset images, events, and photo booth. Creating compelling images of life-changing events. Make that step today and call 242-424-5678 or email Warren_Grant251@yahoo.com or check out our website at www.warrengrantphotography.com. Facebook and Instagram, Warren Grant Photography. We change moments into memories.
Listen to Glory 93.9 FM for the best mix of traditional, classic, country, contemporary, and Caribbean gospel in New Providence, Bahamas.
I call it perfection. When elegance and taste make a connection. Every single dish is a taste of heaven. For your banquet or your wedding, who you getting? HD Catering. HD Catering.
Book Heaven's Delicacy Catering today with Chef Lachey Jones and experience a taste of heaven on earth. Call 533-9621.
HD Catering.
Horton's Car Rental and Auto Sales, Robinson Road and 5th Street, The Grove, is your premium choice for affordable transportation. We have reliable cars at unbelievable prices. Ask about our daily rates, starting at $50, and our weekly rates, starting as low as $280. Call us at 437-4017 or 676-3977. Horton's Car Rental, your premium choice for affordable transportation.
Stop letting these other guys run you hot while looking for ice. No need to check the food store, the gas station, conveniently located around Nassau. Cooler Ice. So for just $3 you can get a bag of ice whenever you want, or refill your 5-gallon bottle for the same $3. The ice machine is closer than you know. Cooler Ice. With locations at Arawak Key, Potter's Key Dock, Montague Boat Ramp, Superwash locations at Prince Charles, Carmichael Road, Soldier Road, Charles Saunders Highway, and 3 new locations, Superwash Nassau Street, Wolf Road, and Gibbs Corner. Cooler Ice Bahamas, fresh and ready whenever you are.
Boy, here calamity. Boy, don't want that be me. Let me get this coverage, do it once and for all. Insurance management is who I gonna call.
When calamity strikes, we're here to keep you safe and secure. With offices in Nassau, Freeport, Abacoy, Lutheran, and Exuma. Insurance management, we cover the Bahamas.
Hey, it's Bertram O'Bubble, and I will be reading from the Book of Glory 93.9 FM, and it reads, "For this station shall be the best gospel station in all the land." Keep it locked.
For moms-to-be and your little ones, there's Baby Bliss, the baby shower specialist, with the best selection of shower gifts, care items, and gender reveal rentals. At Baby Bliss, we carry only the finest brands to comfort mother and baby. From preemie to 24 months, we are truly the ultimate baby store. Mimi is a new tradition in ladies apparel, featuring fabulous fashions, sizes small to 3X. Look like you just stepped off the runway with trending, stylish selections that bring out the fashionista in you. Making a statement is easy when you shop at Mimi. Visit us both at the Mackey Street Plaza.
The freshest wave of glory to hit the Bahamas. This is the all-new Glory 93.9 FM, where God is glorified and the people of God edified.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, those guys are out of studio now, and we can get back to our politics. And how do you take a break from politics, man? Do you take a break from politics? Guys, welcome back to Glory 93.9 FM. Adrian Francis in your company. So glad to have you join me. I gotta help them. What a nice couple who were in here just now. Very good guys in studio just now. Thank you so much, guys. Can you turn the song up? Let's get that. People miss Open Heaven.
Ow! Where the sick soul shall heal. We are under an open heaven. We are under an open heaven. We are under an open heaven, where His power shall overflow, where the broken shall be made whole.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah, we are under an open heaven. Yeah, we are under an open heaven.
This is my favorite part of the song right here.
We are under, oh mama, we are under an open.
Listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for locking in. Someone said, let the heavens declare the glory of God. Good morning to you, Bree. Good morning to your mom, Debbie. Listen, may the heavens declare the glory of God and the earth His handiworks. And then, of course, Isaiah had a little something going on in his own spirit. Isaiah said, oh, that you may rend the heavens and come down, rip it open and come down. Oh, that you may rend the heavens and come down. Tear it open. And come in peace with your people, O Lord. Isaiah had a little piece going on there. Isaiah, Stephen saw it too. Stephen said, I saw the Son of Man standing at the right hand of the Father. You got to know and understand that when you see heaven open, Jacob saw heaven open. Jacob saw a ladder going all the way up to heaven, a staircase. Angels going up, angels coming down. Ain't nothing like when heaven open. We need heaven to open over our country where the spirit of murder has become the order of the day. We need heaven to open where people on the streets are able to find their way. We need heaven to open where the mother is crying for the loss of the son. Rachel weeping for our children. We need heaven to open this morning. Where corruption is the order of the day. Open heaven, bring judgment for bad leadership, corrupt leaders. Open heaven. Whenever you see heaven opens, only two things happen: favor or judgment. I don't know if you always do this kind of theology in your churches. Whenever heaven opens, two things happen. Heaven opened and Gabriel came to earth. When Gabriel came to earth, he said to Mary, he said, you are highly favored. The same heaven that opened. Michael came down and had to loose some prayers. Loose the answers and prayers. And heaven opens. David had committed himself to doing the census and counting the people, counting all of the soldiers. And heaven had to open on David. And there was an angel standing between heaven and earth, getting ready to drop the sword on David. Now, you can't kill David. Lord, you know you can't bother with David. David is a man after your own heart. But the angel stood with a sword, getting ready to wipe out everybody. Heaven was open. David said, hold on, man. Hold on now. Take it easy. These people didn't do you anything. Pick me. It was me who sinned. When heaven opens, you get favor or you get judgment. It's not that heaven is closed over the Bahamas. Heaven is open. The question is, what are we getting? Favor or judgment? It's as simple as that. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth remain silent. What are you getting? Are you getting judgment or are you getting favor? Heaven ain't closed. Now, heaven may be closed because you're doing something and ain't no favor flowing. Heaven may be closed and you're going through a lot of hell because you got judgment coming. I don't know. I ain't deep. Try to keep it simple. I see. Nobody's called me to these different sessions to preach. Those prophetic sessions, you know, where they're called, like, they get the big name prophets in the country. I don't know who all the big name prophets, right? But they got some big name prophets in the Bahamas. I throw a little shade right now. And so they so deep. Sip tea. I try to keep it simple, even in the prophetic. You got to know when God's speaking to you, man, and speaking through you. I say, boy, whenever God's speaking to you, or speaking through you, as a prophet, only two things happening: favor or judgment. That ain't deep. You don't have to go through all that. Oh, you know, when Elijah and Samuel them had to go to the king and deliver a message, I never see in the scriptures where they went up into all this. And I see. I never saw that in scripture. A prophet comes and the prophet tells you exactly what time it is. Thus said the Lord. Get your house in order. But this thing where they go off and all this, and I speak in tongues too, and I believe sometimes you gotta. I don't know. Are you trying to, like, wake yourself up for all that stuff? I know you're trying to wake yourself up and trying to get all your energy flowing. And, oh my God. And some people, they squint their eyes too when they give it the prophecies. They squint their eyes. And their voice change. Oh boy. An open heaven. They get this. They go through all this emotional stuff. I like how Samuel is deliver a message. When the prophet Samuel show up and you start to explain yourself, the Lord told you to wipe out the Amalekites and the oligarchy. But you ain't want to wipe out the oligarchy for taking all the land from the Bahamian people. When Samuel show up to deliver a message, this is free this morning. This is not really a part of the show. But when Samuel show up to deliver a message, and King Agag living, what's this bleating sound I hear in my ear? He ain't going to no bunch of all that. No. What's this bleating sound I hear? It's the prophet talking now. First of all, you disobeyed God, you're the order. Bring the king to me. Let me put him to death. Samuel took the sword and put the king to death himself. Hey, long talk and all kind of screechy stuff. Let's get to work. I love the prophets in the Bahamas. They hear God more than Elijah them. Every time you see, I passed a prophet the other day, and Delton, I wanted to go on the other side of the road. You know why? I know he had a word for me. I didn't want the word that day. The reason why I passed the prophet on the other side of the road is because I've never seen him and he had a word for me. Is it okay to just say, Adrian, how you doing? Does it always have to be a word? Come on, man. Anyhow, let me leave these prophets alone this morning. I love you all. I love you all. Love you all. So, I talked to somebody this morning. I thought I wanted to bring this up because I want to do a quick assessment. And I was talking to a young man who was friends of mine on Facebook, and we used to do the Starbucks thing together. And he's a hardcore F&M. And we were having a conversation this morning, and so I asked him, based on a post that he had, and I want you guys to get involved in this morning. If I asked the fella, how would you grade the F&M performance in the last 4 years as we're coming up to May? Because he posted something, and the post that he had was, can we expect any government to fulfill all the needs of the people? And that may be a short paraphrase. And the answer, of course, is an automatic no. So like and share this show. So I asked him a question. I said, listen, do you believe that? Give me your assessment, I asked him, of the government performance in the last 4 years. What grade would you give the government in the last 4 years? This is April, we're going on May now. What grade would you give the government for their performance in the last 4 years? He went on to say, given the things that they struggled with, COVID-19 and Dorian, I would give them a C+ or B-. That was the grade that he put out. I almost said the grave. He said a C+ or a B-. And so we got into the conversation, and he said to me, given what the last administration, I said, stop. I'm not asking you to grade the last administration because they already got judged. They voted out. What is your grade for this administration based on their performance in the last 4 years. We are being a straight out. I wasn't judging the FNM or the PLP. We were just having a conversation. And he mentioned Hurricane Dorian and, of course, COVID-19. Given the fact that they had to deal with COVID-19, he said they were able to stabilize, he said, the economy. And I was driving as we were having this conversation. He said, we were able to stabilize the economy. I said, is that right? I said, stabilize, eh? And then he said, I thought they did a really good job on trying to make it work. So I asked him, I said, given the logistics in Abaco, the fact that the domes never went up, and those that did go up are flooding, leaking, given the fact that the people are still without light and quality drinking water, given the fact that 2 years later, everything in Abaco, logistically, has never been satisfied. Even the Prime Minister said he's disappointed at the work in Abaco. Having said all that to him, he said to me, Abaco was a joke. The way they handled Abaco was a joke. I said, okay, so you use Abaco or Dorian and COVID-19 to give them a B minus. Did they handle Dorian right? He said no. Is your grade still the same? We didn't get to COVID yet. And after I asked a couple of questions, he said, Adrian, I gotta go. I gotta run. When I was getting to the COVID questions, he said, I gotta run. I hope he ain't running no constituency. He said, I gotta run. He said, my son gotta get to school, and he was pulling up to his son's school. So today, the question is, as we approach May 10th, 2021, I said to the young man, the government of Bahamas brought all those Haitians into New Providence without any kind of data. Where are they now? How did you come up with a B minus? I'm not saying that I ain't get a B minus because I never been prime minister, so I don't know what it means to run a whole country. Maybe he did a good job in 2021. I don't know. Maybe in the last 4 years. I don't know. So you're great. You're great. If you're on Facebook, and if you're on social media, I don't know how I'm going to get it from the radio. You can actually call 828-3543. 828-353 is the number. We're going to be doing this as we get out of here today. What grade, as we get into May, would you give the government for 4 years of work? What grade would you give the government? What is the most successful program this administration has pulled off? What have they succeeded in your opinion? I thought about this morning. Chris, Anna May, give them a D+. That's a very, very bad grade. That's a bad grade. That's what we are in school, D average. She gave them a D. She gave them a letter D. Good morning, Mama. She is the place out the gate. She gave them a D+. What grade would you give the government of the Bahamas for the last 4 years of execution, the last 4 years of work? I don't know if you're on Wolf Road. I don't know whether you're in Baintown. Don't buck up when I ask these questions. I don't want you running into nobody's car. Don't use no bad words. What grade would you give the government for the last 4 years of execution, if anything was properly executed in your opinion? Dolores says 4 years, C. Carla says D plus. And the grades are coming in. Right now, if you go D plus plus C plus D, you have an average of D. Judy saying F. Says Blatt says F. Ferry Roberts says D minus. I will give them a C for challenges. Okay, thank you, Kip, for your C for challenges. My God. So right now there's nothing above a C right now. D minus, F. Inga, F. The grades are coming in. The grades are coming in. If this is an indication, if this is a small poll of what the government will get come the election time, this is a good indication. This will be a small, what you call those polls that are not thing poll. Jesus, somebody meant an X. Say they get X. TP says F. F. So far, D, C, D plus, F, D, F, F, X, F, F. These are the grades that are coming in as it relates to the present government. We just saw the text come in. F. F. If you want to send a text on the grade that you're giving the administration based on the work they've done so far, 828-2543, 828-2543. If you want to call in, 828-3543. If you want to call in, 828-3543. Someone says they got Q. I think Q means quit. Major says F. My God. The government's not getting good grades right now. Good morning, you on National Access.
Adrian,
Hey.
how you doing? Paul Willie here.
Hey, what's up, Pablo?
Hey, let me tell you something. I would give the government
Uh-huh.
B plus.
Would you, hold on. I didn't hear the grade.
I said I'd give them a B plus. You know why?
Yes, sir.
The present government was faced with more challenge than any government in the history of the Commonwealth Bahamas.
Uh-huh.
Right? And also, brother, right? They had Dorian.
Uh-huh.
They had the pandemic to deal with, right? And I think how the government handled all of that. The government did a great job on what they did. I mean, the government is not perfect, right? But they did a great job. Where the country is at right now.
Do you think they did a good job with handling the logistics for Hurricane Dorian?
Of course, they did a great job. Yes, you know, because don't you forget now, the prime minister came. I think it was a week before the hurricane hit, and pleaded with those people to vacate their properties. Everybody stayed there. Nobody moved. Right. So stay there. If you didn't move, brother, that's on you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the way they handle it. It's very good as well. And also, when you look at where we are today, I think they did an awesome job.
Paul, I'm happy you're on the line because these grades are coming in very, very quickly.
I'm listening. I'm always tuning the station, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think most of the people who are setting those grades in are being very ingenuous.
They're
right?
being disingenuous.
Let me tell you something. Bahamians are the most ungrateful people in the world, right? When you look out with the pandemic, right? Folks who are not contributing national insurance,
Mm-hmm.
they're the ones, but they got the benefits, right? And the government didn't take no, you didn't contribute, you don't get nothing. They make sure that everybody who was unemployed, if you or not, who was able to get something from national insurance.
So you say Bahamians are just ungrateful?
Yes, just ungrateful, yes.
I hear you, man. Thank you so much, Pablo.
No.
You heard it. You heard it right there. Of course, Paul Billy. Paul is a straight up. I think he's an FM supporter. He says that the Bahamian people are very ungrateful. He said that he believed the government did everything that they can. But he said everything, but the government did what he can to help as many people as they can. The grades that are coming in, I give them a Z and a Y. A for arrogance. Let's go back to the phone lines. That's a very serious call just now, boy. Good morning, you're on National Access.
Yes, I'm grading the government. They have a Z and a Y.
Z and a Y. Z for why Z and a Y?
They have a S plus F failure too. They came in with lies and they are ending with lies. They refuse to look out for the black people, the people who they elect to serve. They refuse to give us justice. They need to go with no repentance.
Wow.
Them and the PLP, they are one.
Wow. Wow. What a message this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. What a message. Them and the PLP. These messages are coming in. F. Complete failure, somebody says. Somebody says F. Complete failure. U. Unqualified. I mean, they went all through the whole alphabet because someone went to Z, someone had an X. What do you think? Paul Billy says that the people are just ungrateful. No, I didn't watch Glenn Watson last night, Ingo. I don't want to wait to watch Glenn Watson. I'm doing this plus all the other thing. No, I didn't watch Glenn last night. They couldn't get them a grade. The caller said that the Bahamian people are just ungrateful. And, Bahamians can be ungrateful. But what the Bahamian people went through, Janet said she gave them a B. This is the first B that they would have gotten. And Janet, do you want to justify your B? She gave them a B. She gave them a B. Trevor Morley, U, F, unfit. Unfit. Good morning, you on National Access.
Yes, I would just like to say, and this is given to the present government, too late you learn, too soon you go old. When you go old and you can't do any more, leave. Thank you.
My God, just leave, somebody says. Just leave. Somebody said, tell the caller Paul to stop singing for his supper. Say Paul is singing for his supper. Next person said, good morning, Adrian. They get you unclassified. What in the world some of these words I haven't seen in a long time. Carla Lynch, please. He is on the PM's payroll. So he would say anything. Please. Get well, sir. Yeah, I am Paul is my boy, so I gotta make sure Paul does get well. He is a good friend, and I pray his complete healing in Jesus' name. Andrew, it's our money. I can't say what the other part of that. Dawson, good morning to you. What grade do you give the government for the good job that they would have done? What grade would you give them? They couldn't find the Haitians who they brought out of Abaco. They laid the bodies in the container for 9 months. Paul, come on. Just say it. Janet said she gave them a B. And I don't know whether John is being sarcastic because John is not one of those kind of person who just put out cynicism and oh boy. I think we have about 25 to 30 in this small data pool. And I have to talk to a friend of mine, Questwell, to find out whether or not he would take this poll as a legitimate poll. And the poll that's out here so far says that the government has failed. Come on, Ezra. What are you talking about, Ezra? Ezra said he gives them an F. I can't read the other piece, Ezra. Use my cousin. I can't read the other piece. Good morning, you national accent. You can't make some of this stuff up.
Good morning, my brother. How are you today?
I'm doing extremely well.
This is Craig Butler.
Hey, CB, what's out, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I saw you was out doing your prayer meeting and everything last night.
Yeah, we had the visual last night.
Keep it up, man. Look like you had a good time. Look like you was doing good.
Yeah, man.
But listen, you talking about what grade?
Yes,
man,
sir.
let me tell you. Even with Dorian and everything afterwards, how you could give them a good grade? You see, we have people, we call them prime minister and ministers, but they got to listen to take their orders from other people. So we can give them whatever grade we want, but they take orders. I mean, they got all the positions, they got all the power, but they still take orders. And if you don't think they take orders, who they had running the relief after the hurricane? Same people who they going to have run the food relief program during the COVID and everything. So they take it and keep it in their own oligarch groups, their own licensee elite. So it's just a puppet type government. So puppet government, they don't.
So what grade would you give them? What grade would you give them? I'm correct.
They failing.
So failure for F or failure for just for
man, whatever grade on this scale of failure is now. It could be an F, it could be an X, but it's a fail. So let's call it what it is.
Craig Butler is in the ballroom. He's in the room of F. Thank you so much, Craig.
Be all right, man. You have a good day. Bless.
Okay.
Keep praying.
Okay,
all
buddy.
right.
Dawson says, I give them an F. Massive failure. See, not just failure, massive. That's like a heart attack. Massive. There's some of these text messages here. They get MOG, most oppressive government. What they got three different letters. MOG, most oppressive government. Janet, who gave them a B, says, can be real and fair. Think about Dorian and plus COVID. Some of us just ungrateful now. If we didn't face, what would we be dealing with then? I just got a new grade, Delton. I got an H. Guess what the H is for? Hall of Escorts. My God Almighty, I'll use something else. Someone gave them an H for the Hall of Escorts. What a grade. The Hall of Escorts, of those of you who don't know, that would include, I guess, Mark and Len and Susan and Diane and Stephen and the whole clan. Would you support Graham if you were living in his constituency? Somebody put but you get O for Oban. H for the Hall of that one is very creative. You get H for the Hall of Escorts. What about LC? LC would be like for Lightfoot Key. My God have mercy. I mean, man, it's got to hold his jaw up because these just blowers coming. We did have a very serious time in 2020 with COVID-19. And of course, COVID-19 put a blow on the entire world. Greg says that the whole West Coast elite doesn't matter which government it is. No, I tell you, I don't know how the whole West Coast play poker. But they don't know when to hold up. They don't know when to walk away. They don't know when to run. They always sitting at the table. They always sitting at the table. And they always counting their money. You got to count your money when you're sitting at the table. So all of a sudden, H is for the whole of West Coast. I see, Paul. While I agree that there are many Bahamians who are ungrateful, I do believe, Pablo, that there's a whole lot of major mismanagement that would have taken place, and hold on, man. This one here is kind of crazy. I got to read this text here. I for indifferent. BS for Baby Doc and Saddam government. Baby Doc and Saddam government. Someone says they always had the table because they are the movers and the shakers. I tell you one thing about the whole of West Coast. They know how to make friends. Somebody wants to know where are the drones? 17 million. What do you think about what happened to the drones? If we were to give them a grade on the drones alone, on the execution of the drone program, maybe if we had some drones in that area where the shootout was, the drones could have followed whatever vehicle was on the run. Maybe the 17 million could have just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And when I think of work those drones, if they're going to work those drones, let's say you have a central spot where the drones are being executed. Now, sometimes the defense force boat don't go because they ain't got no fuel. Maybe they don't have like the batteries to put the drones up. You think they got batteries? I gotta ask Marvin if they have batteries because maybe that's the reason why the drones are in the air. Like a bulb may be blown in the cameras that are supposed to be. Oh Lord! I tell you, talk about a fictitious society. Marshall Roberts, I give them an O for out. My God Almighty, these are very hard grades. You don't give people these kind of grades. You cause people never be functional in society again. You could imagine you go to school and the teacher keep giving you a F or you keep getting these bad grades. Like you can't even operate in society no more. Kayla said, Kayla, gotta be batteries. There gotta be some reason why the drones are not in the air. They're not properly charged. We don't know why the drones are not in the air. Marvin, say what you're doing now. It seemed like yesterday when we were working out. Marvin. We talk about Marvin Dames, the minister with the responsibility for. I like Marvin. Marvin can dress really well. I like Marvin. F for failure. Letting his own Bahamian people down, sleep in their car and on the street while the Haitians come and build and live on our land for free. My God. This is what's the word they use when it comes to polling? Scientific, that's the word. This is not a scientific poll. But boy, that's a poll. This is a poll. I think we have to like probably 35%. This is a small. And listen, all the people who watch my shows or who listen to the work I do, many of them are FNMs, and so I don't want anybody to think that this is Adrian Francis, and because I'm not FNM and PLP, I am Operation Sovereign Bahamas. I'm a sovereign Bahamian. That's how I classify myself these days. Anytime someone, are you FNM or PLP? No, I'm a sovereign Bahamian, and so that's how I classify myself. The one that really scared me in terms of a poll was MOG, MOG. Most oppressive government. They give them MOG. MOG, M-O-G. Most oppressive government. Someone said those drones can be very, very useful in southern Bahamas. I agree. Oh my God. Someone said the Haitians don't need land. They're building the school bus. You know, I'm almost done with the Bahamian people. Lloyd said he's not FNM or PLP. Judy, I'm not with no party. I just a Bahamian. That's where I'm at. MDG, most disastrous government. That's another person there. I don't think the grades right now are very well. I had the pleasant privilege of marking some papers for my mom over the years as a lecturer and as a teacher. And you can tell when you start to go through the test papers when the students are not doing very well and when they didn't answer the question if you're reading an essay, and the students are all over the place. But you can tell when one of the things people would know and understand is that people don't vote government and they vote government out. Janet says they talk about every PM who was elected, and the one who will come. Do the math. You'll never please everyone. So I just trust God. I agree with you. You can't please everybody, and because you can't please everybody, somebody said the government got C. The C they get this time is for crash landed. My God have mercy. Bahamians are very creative. They get C for crash landed. Oh boy. We are doing a poll this morning to end the show today. And the poll is actually centered around. We are very quickly easing into the month of May, where the government of the Bahamas will come up on exactly 4 years. May 10th is 4 years. That's a quick 4 years, eh? Now, if you've been in power for 4 years and in the first year you was arrogant, right? And when you first get elected, you was arrogant. You change your phone number. You act a little different. When people try to talk to you, you don't want to talk back to them because you're minister now, you're MP now, and now that it's evaluation time. And people want to know exactly what your attitude is like. Are you going back to the old phone number? Are you now more acquiescing of communicating with the people now that things have changed a little bit? Are you now going back to the constituency to say hello? Is it me you're looking for? What's the deal now? The FNMs don't know the meaning of ungrateful. They are getting their pockets greased. They're eating good. The prime minister is the most corrupt authority. Everything he ran on before election, he blatantly went against. And on national TV, that spirit is on the nation. God of Abraham, the Bahamas need help. Oh, what a message. Before we go today, because we have a few minutes left, we have 6 minutes left. Very quickly, what is the one successful thing? And we're going to continue this tomorrow with Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson. Those of you all know that we have the Constitution class tonight. Please don't miss the Constitution class. If you listen, do not miss the Constitution class. OSB, what a powerful meeting the other night. Oh my God, Tuesday was power pack. All of you OSB people who have not been up for a long time, please get back and play. Anyhow, what's the most successful thing the government has done in 4 years? What is it? The most successful thing the government has accomplished in 4 years. You got a couple of seconds. What is the most successful thing the government has accomplished in 4 years? Good morning, you on National Access.
Yes, the most successful thing that the government has done was they lived up to their mantra, which was, it is the people's time. But they didn't say rich people, so they did live up to it, but it just wasn't for the poor people. It was for them 8th grade that they get down and life for key. And the 8th grade, you already see who the H was for. That's what the people's time was. Goodbye.
My God, my God. Casey said the most. Casey already got stopped, but Casey said the most successful thing they did was turn on the red light. We got to talk to Casey early next week. Get an update on Grand Bahama. Andrew Stirrup, they failed. The one good thing this government, this lousy government, has done was the dump. Oh, that's the dump. Did you hear any story about the dump catching fire? The dump. The FNM government got the garbage right. They got the dump right. Now, I understand from some sources that some people was intentionally burning the dump under Christie. PG, most successful thing this government has done in the past 4 years is oppress and suppress Bahamians. Oh, PG, come on, man. Somebody said most successful thing, accepted lies. The one successful thing, the PM, is perfect attendance in the House of Assembly. My God, perfect attendance in the House. I wish Hardy Mutri catch him in the winter. Because if Hardy Mutri catch him, Hardy Mutri and Dennis are not on good terms right now. They're on good speaking terms right now. Hardy's not on good speaking terms with too much people right now. I called him the other day. But Hardy Mutri is not on good speaking terms with the PM right now. Perfect attendance. So we can't think of any good positive thing. But I think the garbage and the people in that area in the southwest Bahamas will tell you that no fires at the dump should be lauded. That's a very, very, very good thing. It's a very good thing. You know, you ought to give the people the money. You have to give the people part of what they want in terms of success, and that's successful. I wonder what they did to stop the dump from Lady. You got to give them credit for that. Now, the same minister who's in charge of the dump, Romy Ferrer, whatever they use for the dump, they should use for the 3 birds and 1 goat, the 1 goat and 3 birds, because they could have seen at least the oil spill. If you could have fixed the dump, you could have fixed the oil spill, or at least able that properly. Whatever the environmental assessment was with that situation. Oh boy! So guys, we will continue our poll tomorrow. Please, let everybody know that we'll be doing a poll. I'm going to talk to. They got a polling crew. We still have 2 minutes. If any of you can think very quickly of anything successful the government has done since they got in, they passed some legislation, you know. You remember the spy bill? And they passed the spy bill. And then, did they do the Freedom of Information Act? The most successful thing was giving Brent $53 million. And now they did move the post office. Now you got to give them credit for moving the post office. Got to give the government credit for moving the post office. They moved the post office from East Hill Street. Give them credit for that. Post office had mold and leaking, and people in the post office were working in unsanitary conditions. They moved the post office. Now, you know how governments go. When governments move post office and them kind of things, the only question is where you're going to put it. Was the PLP going to put it in Brent Building or in any other building? Someone said to me that was the best place for it to go, and the person who said there was a PLP. Someone said the most successful thing is moving the middle class to poor. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Keep scratching my head because these behemoths are very hard today. People are very, very hard. Listen, to be continued tomorrow, we have Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson. No spy bill, no Freedom of Information Act, no term limits for the PM, no campaign finance reform. So they ain't keep none of their promises. How do they do with crime? To be continued tomorrow. Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson will be in the studio tomorrow. And boy, there's going to be something tomorrow. It's going to be something tomorrow. Woo, boy. Don't miss the show tomorrow. Please, guys, tonight, 6 o'clock. Class tonight. Constitution class. I love me some Sidney MacArthur, Walter Thompson. Please. Those of you, we have copies of the Constitution. You can get a copy of the of what we're going through tonight. And please, everybody, love you all. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. My mother, Judy May, thank you so much. Guys, until later on this evening. Blessings to everybody.
An open heaven. You're under an open heaven, where His power shall overflow.
Thank you very much, everybody. Be out of here.
Where